Alright, hey everybody, we are actually in the eye wall of a slightly stronger Ada. It is unbelievable whipping here.
This old job is always causing stress.
I'm touching the truck here.
All I ever do is work, I don't get no rest.
Man, I got some video footage.
Night is on the way.
Crazy. Let me see if I can get outside.
I'm in trouble walk.
You just wouldn't believe how much rock in the truck is. Oh shit.
Oh, me drunk donkey IPA. Let that magic mango chase my blues away.
We're in the eye of Ada here in Key Largo.
Among my friends.
Tremendous
I swear the page goes live.
coming in. Currently, I'm semi-protected here by my truck, so no worries. But semi-protected. I don't want to get the camera wet, and the trees beside me are completely sideways. I'm not sure what the gusts are, but definitely this is the tropical storm. I think we're seeing a little higher gusts. I got the back turned right now and trying to keep the camera from getting wet. We're in Key Largo. We're in the eye of Ada.
All right, what's up, everybody? Let's all dance. Debbie's on the way out of here. One day. When? All right, what's up, everybody? Ooh, there's me. Dance. You can say that again, Mike. Oh, man. How's everybody doing? Did you miss me yesterday? Oh, my God. People got so mad at me. I had to take a day off. I was still working, but... Oh, but I'm back. I'm glad you missed me. Louis was sad too, so he's back today. So we're coming to you live Thursday here. It's Oldsmar, Florida, Daily Brew time. How's everybody doing? Ready to talk Tropics, ready to talk Debbie. How long have we been talking about Debbie's? Oh, well, I remember now. Let's see. Debbie came off. We were looking at it below the islands. God, I can't even remember now. The 25th, I don't even know, man. It's all a big blur. I think it was the 25th and 20. Yeah, it was. All right, so the area we were watching, it was below the Cape Verde Islands, June 25th, 26th. So it was coming off Africa around the 21st, 22nd. So we've been probably talking about this since about June 21. Or July 21. Excuse, it felt like June. July 21. Anyway. Woo! All right, let's say hi. What's up, Darlene? North Carolina. Yeah, I cannot believe the tornado warnings going on right now. We're going to get into that. These outer bands are still strong. It's incredible, man. It's like non-stop. Uh-oh. Brandy's locked out of Mighty. We got to get you fixed, Brandy. Might have been a name change or something. We're trying to figure out. There's a glitch. But hey, we got multiple places, right? What's up there, G Miami? What's up, Stacy Wilson? What's up, Ian? How's Jamaica going? Yes, we were hanging with OMG Wicks. Talk about that a little bit here in a minute. Oh, my God. A lot of underwater. Oh, no. Mom's neighborhood's underwater. Up to your knees, tabletop. I knew it was going to be bad. James, what's up? Softball getting closer. College. They're doing media day Saturday. Gonna be playing big time. The heat. What's up, Morgan? Yeah, this humidity, right? It is unbelievable, man. Heat advisories are up. All this moisture, guess what? It adds to that humidity, man, and it is like sticky hot. Thank you, Debbie. So going on, we're going to look at some river forecasts too, because we got some rivers expected to be major flood because of Debbie. The storm's finally going to get on out of here. We'll talk about that here in a second. Oh, Johnny, yeah, buddy. Good seeing you. What's up, Dale? We got Rays Saturday. Ian, yeah, I was lucky and had some footage all over the place. CNN too, yep. It was good. Carolina folks, man, I'll tell you, could not believe the amount of tornado warnings. I'm going to show you current radar here in a second. We say some hellos and wind her down. Yeah, Razor Saturday, Bob. There's a concert. Riley Green is in town. He's one of our favorite country artists, and he'll be performing at the game. What's up, Braxton? 10 inches near Wilmington. Holy cow, man. Yes, I will be there, Brandon. Yes, I will. What's up, Lorena? How's it going? What's up, Susan? Lake City area, yes. I know that. That's kind of close to the area I was at. They got that footage of that truck that was on that washout between Lake City and Live Oak there. Jennifer missed us yesterday. Well, you know. We'll be back tomorrow. All right. Well, I'm going to try to keep on saying hi. What's up, Arian? Yep. Bridget, good morning. Kyle, what's up? 4 warnings yesterday. We had about 4 or 5 at one time this morning going on at once here coming in off that Atlantic. Don't you worry, I'll cover all the graphics coming up with Debbie and what we got cooking. This is my boy Louie. He's like a frozen statue. Tornado watch is going on. It's crazy. All right, buddy. Let's say goodbye. I'm going to jump right into the weather, okay? All right, well, I got my coffee in hand. We're ready to go. That's our Daily Brew brought to you by great friends, of course, at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Here we're getting closer to the weekend. Florida, last week was a washout, so this weekend looks a whole lot better. So hit your ABC. We will be, because we're going to the Rays. We're going tailgating. If you're at the Rays game Saturday, swing on by. We'll be on the west side tailgating for a few hours. Hope we make the game. So yesterday I was here. It was a big PR summit. Huge function. I was shocked. 85th annual PR and Comms Summit. It was all the counties, all the businesses, like big companies like Publix was there, all the communications managers and PR folks and social media folks from all the counties and cities and states. And they had me on the stage with OMG Wicks. I've become friends with Josh now, and we were just sharing stories with social media and what we've learned along, the years and what's worked and what's not, and what's working this year and what's not working this year, and had a lot of questions. Huge event, so thank you for inviting me to that. That's where I was at, if you were wondering. All right, there's a web page. Let's go right smack dab into radar. This is incredible. This is a longest running storm in a long time. This thing has been just crazy. Where's my little slider bar out here if I can find it? I don't know where it went. Where are you? Oh, well, I'm about to leave it right there. I can't see it. We've got another tornado warning popping. So there's Debbie, little Debbie, finally going north. A lot of flooding going on. These green areas here are floods happening now, flood warnings. It's wrapping back around. Got some dry air coming in. We still got rain bands down in Florida, but these were the ones this morning. Oh, wow, we really got zoomed in there. Woo, big zoom. wonder why my slider bar ain't working. I can't get over there. I wonder what's going on. Let's try it again. I want to get closer to it. Let's see. Let's go to full US animated. Oh, maybe it's down here. I don't know. I can't get over there. But anyway, these feeder bands have been rolling in all day. These are what we always talk about when they come in and they get fueled up by that Gulf Stream, and they just start popping these storms, man, and that's crazy. But we've seen several tornado warnings already this morning. I do have a button down here. We can take a look at tornado stats. And this is on tornadohq.com, and this will tell you everything that's happened this morning. So we've had already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 tornado warnings all the way up to the last 4 hours. And it stops right there. So 20 tornado warnings. These are all North Carolina this morning. Now, whether or not they verify or not, we'll have to see. How many have we had so far? This would be a good thing to show. I don't know how quick it updates, but I think it's incredible to see. Florida alone had so many. So let's set the date here to the Monday. Let's go to Sunday. And there you go. All right, let's go to tornado and hit plots. And let's take a look. Drum roll. I don't know if this mornings are going to be in there or not, but maybe they are. I don't know. Look at this, man. This is crazy. These are, man, I got to get my scroll bar fixed. Hang on a second. I got to make this a little bit bigger. There's my button. There she is. All right. Perfect. Right there. That's how many tornado warnings we've had. Now, I don't know if it's updated right now, but that's incredible. And it's what is really incredible is if you followed the eye of Debby, it pretty much is everything on the east side as this thing came ashore. So we're not going to do the math too early for that, but 22, Carolina, 17, 16, these are the regions. So add these all up. These are tornado warnings. Now, whether or not they verify is one thing, but the fact is a tornado warning still means a pretty strong, severe thunderstorm and a lot of wind. So regardless, tornado warnings mean chaos because everybody's phones go off. But that's a lot. I'm really surprised. All right, let me get some other stuff up here. So we got a lot to talk about. Tornado Q. All right. Let's get rid of this graphic. There's current satellite. You can really see Debby spinning in, a little dry air on the backside, but pushing these storms up into Carolina. So we get a little burst of convection here going back down into Charlotte area, actually. Population there. We got some of that. So it's still getting some daytime heating effects, bubbling away. Crazy. Unbelievable. Days and days and days. We're going to talk about the upcoming storm there. Yes. Don't go anywhere. We're going to talk all about Debby, then we're going to talk about the Tropics. So don't leave. Dustin, yeah, you like Riley too? He's really good. I love his man. He's so good. He's on my beer list. South Carolina, yeah, I'm impressed too, Laura, how well it's held together. Good morning, Brew Crewers. Yeah, Martha, we were on stage, man. I was keeping up with him, man. We were making the audience laugh a little bit. It was pretty cool. All right, and here is the latest track. All right, so where is Debby? Debby's pretty much just south of the North Carolina line. That little S right here, winds are 45, moving northwest. Eventually going to turn. There's a frontal line coming in. There's another energy source that's going to pick this up and move it on out. That's going to add to the rain totals. So there's going to be a tropical depression all the way to Canada through the weekend. So this is the track. It's going to lift up out of here. It's going to merge with that front. Guess what? By the weekend, it's going to be nice. So the good news is you will see sunshine. No more singing Kid Rock. Ain't seen the sun in 3 darn days. Large, yeah, that Sarasota flood is phenomenal. That is a prime example of rain training like I've never seen. Well, we see it all the time, but these pockets of feeder bands that don't move, you don't know who's going to get it. But man, Sarasota, Bradenton area there, they got so much rain. And the line doesn't move, so it just dumps. And the Gulf fed the moisture. Had a lot of that rain training. Like I said, around that Live Oak and Lake City area, also had one the day of landfall. Here's rains to come. We still have a lot of isolated mountains. Could be a big storyline, unfortunately. Right there, the peak, right there, Roanoke area. Look at that. We're seeing pockets of 6 to 8 to 8 to 12. This could be a really big problem right here in the next couple days as this gets on out of here. The high mountains could lead to a lot of flash flooding there. So that is a real threat. Flash flooding happens so fast. All this water accumulates and goes down to these little valleys and these little orange. It doesn't look like a lot, but we're seeing 8 to 12 here in a couple pockets there on the mountains, and that's not good at all. So, and we still got orange coming in here, which is 6 to 8. That's rains to come. This is through Saturday, but most of these Pennsylvania south are going to fall the next couple days. But that's a big story still. But West Virginia, need to get the word out, man. If you're not thinking this thing isn't coming your way, you're going to get a lot of rain, and that could be a big problem. Here's your flood potential map, obviously showing that another day of high risk. That is so rare. Getting a pink high flooding outlook is very rare. But we've had them, 5 days in a row now almost, I think? So I don't even know now. But I've never seen pink for so many days. And red. But that's because the ground's saturated. That doesn't, this is flooding. This doesn't mean, not really necessary rainfall. But because the grounds are already saturated, big flood chances. That's a lot. Tomorrow, you can see how tomorrow, Friday into Saturday morning, it moves on up. And look, we're starting to see less and less and less and less and less and less and less. So that's good. By the weekend, it should be nice for y'all in the mid-Atlantic. There's your rain chances tomorrow into Saturday morning. We got a bunny rabbit alert out west. And there you go. And then we got one more flood map for Saturday. Look, Saturday gone. So this thing's going to be slowly out of here, racing out of here. And even for the Northeast, Saturday might not be that bad. So first part of the weekend, Northeast maybe got some lingering rains, but then most of it's out of here. So that's good news, right? Right. Here's some of the rainfall totals, 72 hours. I can't show Florida on this one. We did it the other day. This is South Carolina into Georgia here on the bottom side, and then North Carolina. This is your accumulated rain. This kind of peaches color here, that's 8 to 10 inches of rain. Red is a foot of rain. And this is the lower part of North Carolina here. And look, we even had a pocket at 16 to 18 inches of rain. A couple purple spots, maybe 20 inches of rain. So that, South Carolina definitely got the brunt of it. But now we're starting to see heavy rain now up into North Carolina. So all this lighter kind of pink area is double digits. I mean, that's incredible. Yellow feels like they're being left out. Yellow is 4 to 5 inches. Yeah, Travis, we're going to the tropics here real quick. And let's do an animated look here at the next 48 hours. We'll show you kind of what the radar is going to look like, so you kind of know it's finally going to get lifted and picked up and moved on out of here. Thank goodness for everybody, right? Here's what it's going to look like, and I'm just going to keep it running, but you can see the spin. You can see that front coming along and lifting it up, and there you go. This is Friday night, afternoon. So here's tomorrow morning, sometime around here. So even by tomorrow morning, we have very isolated. We won't get many feeder bands tomorrow. We're losing our core, the center. So we're not going to have anything wrapping up around anything. So we're going to have some isolated rains and stuff in the morning tomorrow, Friday. But nothing like we saw today. And then, like I said, by Friday p.m., it's pretty much out of here. So today, that's through midnight right here. This is through midnight. So the big rains in West Virginia definitely this afternoon into tonight. Need to really watch those mountains overnight, unfortunately. So that could be a big storyline overnight tonight. Is some flash flooding in those higher Appalachian mountains, valleys from Debby. As Debby gets on out of here. What do you think about that? Woo! Man. And rivers, let's talk about that real quick, then we'll go right into tropics, promise. Got a river map over here, right here, river forecast. Ow, man, I think I broke my toe and it still hurts. I had to put shoes on yesterday. Thought my toe was better until I put shoes on. Ow. I kicked the damn door at the softball field. 2 weekends ago. Was it 2 weekends ago? Jeez, it still hurts. It definitely must have been broken. These are your, so we got 13 maps expected to be in flood stage. Right now we have 4 in major flood. Now 11. It said 13. Now it's 11. Oh, that's because I got out of the zoomed area. Right here. So 13 forecast to be in major flood. 30 in moderate flood. But zooming all the way down here to Florida. It's a slow map to load. Look at all these red. So all these rivers down here, you know, Alafia River, definitely, you know, these are all major floods, but the purple's the worst, and we have the Santa Fe River is the one that's bringing up the purple. Suwannee is not in purple, but even then, though, it's still going to be right at, you know, close to 80 foot or 86 foot flood stage. Luckily, it's not at major. But these other ones, Santa Fe River, you know, they're all going to be nearing close to record floods. Not quite. I haven't seen any in Florida hitting record floods. And then we go to the Carolinas here, Georgia. The Conococheague River. This ought to be fun, reading these river names. Oh, it might break a record. It is going to break a record today. The Conococheague River is going to hit 18. It might be a record. The Ogeechee River is going to be close to a record. The Edisto River is going to be close to a record. That's around Charleston. Here's Charleston. Oh, that's just a warning there. A lot of rivers in Carolinas and northern there. We got Little PD River. Oh my God, I can't read all these now. There's so many of them. But anyway, it's a river map, and you get the idea. There's a lot of flooding because of Debby. And so there you go. If you want to know that link, I've had people ask me, where's that link? It's right here. River forecast and observations right there. You can check those out. All right, so this came out this week. Let's talk about tropics. All right, so Colorado State. Let's all make the jokes. Colorado State. What the hell do they know in Colorado? I get it. But the big dogs are out there. Tropical meteorology departments. Philip Klotzbach is the highly reputable tropics forecaster. Anyway, they update their outlooks a few times. I think this might be their last one before they go into weekly or bi-weekly updates. But anyway, they're predicting 19 more storms. That 23 is their official forecast, but that includes the 4 we've had: Alberto, Beryl, Chris, and now Debby. So I'm not making this stuff up, but they still expect 19 more named storms. And they expect 5 major hurricanes. They expected 6. That barrel was a major, obviously. So, man, that's could be a busy year ahead. We'll see, but that's a lot of high numbers, right? And it's because everything that was predicted early season still panning out with water temperatures, shear forecasts, La Nina, precipitation forecasts from Africa. Just everything's lining up for a very favorable environment. And that's not hype, folks. That's just reality. We're going to have storms. I think that's why they are in Colorado. So we got a lot to see if this pans out or not. Braxton, I saw somebody down in Carolinas put up a Little Debbie blow up cookie. And they had it out in the wind. It looked kind of funny. It said Little Debbie. Or it might have been at the Keys. I don't know where I saw it, but I didn't know they made a Little Debbie blow up. So there you go, Little Debbie. Crazy, right? All right, so we do have Ace 60. Bobo, you have a great question right there. That's 140 Ace 60. 60 is pretty much the Caribbean towards the west. So they're still expected way above average. This is non-fish storm area, 160 west. So normally we're at 73 Ace. They're predicting double that. So we got a lot of people watching the Caribbean. Don't just think that it's about where you live. We have a lot of folks in the Caribbean. So I held off as long as I could in posting about the new one. We talked about it a couple times. We talked about it in our live 2 days ago, but now it's an official area, so we have to talk about it. And people get mad. They're like, why are you talking about it? Well, because it's within 7 days. All right. This was also another official graphic, obviously from NOAA. And they just came out with that this week too. But basically next week and the following week, they're just showing all kinds of, basically they just took the red crayon and just colored the whole Atlantic. Meaning conditions are just favorable more than anything. Kind of picking up on this area here that's coming up now. It's not a guaranteed recurve. No system's a guaranteed recurve. Remember, Debbie was supposed to recurve according to the Euro. So we never say never in the tropics. So we just watch trends and just keep an eye on that Bermuda high pressure. And I'm going to show you all the models here in a second. Don't worry. I'm going to show you operational models. We got a lot of folks in the Caribbean need to watch this close first, and then we'll see where it goes after that. But anyway, a lot of red on the map for sure. This is the reasons now that red is so much red. This is one of your MJO maps. New one today. Pretty much all the way into September, showing an extremely favorable environment for tropics all the way to at least September. So this is one of the reasons that red map has so much red. Environment is going to be favorable. Let's hope not, but looks like it is. Here's what we're talking about. All right, so here's that area. 30% chance now. This is official 8 o'clock data. They pegged it at 2 o'clock last night, but I waited until the 8 o'clock came out to see if they changed it. So it's up to 30%. Just an area of low pressure could form, and basically that's the track they think it could form in. This is not a NHC track. These colored crayon areas, yellow, orange, and red. This is the area that they believe that the tropical system could form, and if it did, this is where it could form in the next 7 days. There's no X yet because there's really no real center, but they just kind of know by modeling and history and conditions we could see something popping right in here, and the time frame has always been around the 12th, about right there. So that's only, 6 days from now? No, is it 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. About 5 days from now. See, I use my fingers. I wouldn't. Anyway. So let's talk about that all the time. Yeah, Lacey, I try really hard to keep communicating for you all on the islands for sure, and everywhere. For sure, Loretta Reed, good morning. How's it going? How we see you on there? What's up, Lacey? Yep, Colorado and Bob Marley. John Denver. You got a bunch of hippies in our chat this morning. Yeah, Ryan, I know that MJO map really changed. I was surprised. I guess we're entering, what, phase 2 now? Sometimes phase 2 is the most active for the Atlantic side, so all right, let's look at all the models. Let's look at ensembles first. No, let's look at operational runs first. All right, I love operational models. All right, so we're going to start looking. So what we'll do is look at like the last 2 days of every run. This is on tropicaltidbits.com. You can run them yourself. I have a link on the top left of my site, GFS Euro Canadian. You can also access them through my app. So there you go. That's if you're always curious where to get them. There they are. What we look for is blue is low pressure. Whites and oranges are high pressure. That helps control steering. There's our system now. So we're going to start to see something around the 12th. So let's fast forward to the 11th and 12th. There it is right here. This is the 12th. A little slower development. This is Tuesday morning. If you notice, I always put ish. 12th-ish. And I like, if you haven't figured it out yet, I always put like a day earlier because I don't want to, it's better to be ready a day earlier on the idea than a day later. So it might, this is Tuesday morning, but a little reasoning to my madness sometimes. All right, so here, this is possibly developed. This would be, 1001. It's deepening 996. So yeah, early next week, and this could be developing close to Puerto Rico. This is one run, but let's just run through them all real quick, and then we'll go from there. We are seeing modeling recurve, yes, which is good. After it meets Caribbean, could split between Bermuda and Florida. And that's pretty strong, 959. There is a weakness coming. This would be a week from Monday. This is August the 19th. So we'll talk about that time frame. So let's go back to last night, 00Z run. A little lower. A little more into the islands here, Tuesday, the 998 pressure. Puerto Rico, possibly Tuesday, Wednesday. Could be a hurricane by now. Hispaniola. There's that little weakness. And a recurve. There's Bermuda. There's the U.S. All right. Let's see what other models we got. All right, so that's the last. Let's do the last 3 GFS. Here is the high confidence we could have something developing before the Caribbean midweek next week. This is Tuesday morning. And a little more in the Bahamas the following weekend. School starts, right? Everybody's talking about school starting. And it curves. So that's good confidence on the last 3 GFS. All depends on that high coming in. All right, let's look at the last couple Euros. Euro last night. Here is a very weak low pressure on the 12th. Not really developed right now yet. Tries to get going around Tuesday here and develops the Bahamas on Friday the 16th. And that's as far out as it goes. Man, 10 days, let me tell you. And here's that other wave popping in the scene. We're not going to talk about that one yet, but there's another wave behind this one. But, anyway, high confidence, something around the 12th, down there. And we're going to really be glued to these models now and upper level steering patterns as we get down. But 10 days, man, that's a long way away. I don't even want to start talking about that yet. It does wear you out because it'll change. But that's where we're at for the Friends of Caribbean. Let's look at the Canadian model. It doesn't do very bad at all, sniffing things out early. Here's the 12th, broad area, low pressure. Kind of lifts it up, maybe 2 different vorticities there, and really doesn't develop in that run at all. So that's good. Let's see what yesterday's 12Z had. A little more spot here, the 13th. So there's good trends of this thing once it passes by the islands is a good curve. Let's see what the icon was showing on the 12Z or 00Z. Here is low pressure on the 12th. And a little lift. But that's only goes out 180 hours. All right, let's look at the ensembles and look at that. Let's see what the old ensembles are saying. All right, it's running now. Let's rewind it. So these are all the different Euro ensembles here. This is on weathernerds.org. Let's make it a little smaller here. I can see the whole Caribbean. So this is around the 12th. These are all the different members of the Euro. Just kind of give you an idea to track. Pretty confident. Here's another wave coming in behind it. We'll kind of watch that one, I guess. The European ensembles. Oh, I don't know. They're kind of fanning out a little bit. This would be the 14th of August. And the classic fanning out here. That's why we don't worry too much about long range yet. Stronger system likely gets curved up a little bit more. We have weaker ones going a little bit more. This is 10 days out. So too much tracking there to say with confidence yet. But there's a 14th, our fanning out. But I'm just cautious. Don't watch today's Daily Brew and say, oh, it's going to be a fish storm and turn your back, because we just never know this far out. Like I said, Debby was 100% supposed to recurve off of many models, and it kept pushing west. So, but if it develops before the islands, there's a better chance this thing recurves because it's stronger earlier. But Barrel didn't either. So anyway, I just show all the models. And we'll keep it right there. Here's the latest GFS ensemble plot. See what it's doing. Here it comes. This would be the 12th and 13th range. And just basically a lot of nothing. So, yeah. All right, let's look at the UK model. We love the UK model. UK did pretty good. It actually hasn't been running the last couple of runs here on weathermodels.com. So, let's see if it's been updated. Hopefully. Looks like it might have. Let's see. No, man. What's going on? What the hell? All right, well, anyway, we can look at it this way. Let's go to 00Z. Kind of get a sense here on this blob right here. This is a 12th. Kind of one of those mid-level deals again that we were seeing off of Debby. Here it is in the middle Atlantic on the 9th. Little clump of storms here. This is Monday night. Let's zoom in a little closer now. Here we go. So here's 12th. Starting to see a little bump there. Nothing organized yet, but there is a little sign of something trying to get spinning around Hispaniola here, the 14th. So I would say that's pretty good confidence on the UK. A little weaker, a little wester. KMA is the last one we'll look at. It did pretty decent the last few weeks. This is the 11th. There's our clump coming. Let's see here if it develops anything. Yeah, it does right here. The 13th. Well, that's a little late. There's the 13th. Where's Puerto Rico? It's about the same time frame, but it actually lifts it. It really lifts it out of here. So But consistency is there at 12th, 13th, so it's pretty good. We'll probably see the NHC bump their chances up at 2 o'clock. I want to see the overall blended models here on the Euro. We can kind of see if there's any other areas we could possibly be watching. There's our tropical storm percentages, definitely up from yesterday big time. This is August 14th. Sometimes around Puerto Rico and Hispaniola, definitely way more chances than yesterday. The coloring map showing that. There's our wave behind it on the 14th. That's the one likely coming next. And majority of Euros so far really close to Florida. This is Sunday the 18th. But, you know, starting to see a big fanning out. But there's really no other area. This is what I was kind of looking at. Here's that next wave kind of pulling up a little bit more. Maybe another one after that. Hey, remember, 19 more storms to come. This ain't. We just have to deal with it now. There's going to be stuff to look at all the time. So, anyway. Where's that? That's pretty much it. Yeah, here's a water tip map. This is really neat. This is your 7-day water temperature change. This is so fascinating to me. This is off Tropical Tidbits. The 7-day water temperature change. This is how the water temperature changed from the prior 7 days. And look at that. The track of Debby hanging out on the Atlantic coast there, right? Cooled the water so much. This is sea surface temperatures. But Debby obviously went on the west coast of Florida and parked over here for a couple of days, and as Debby did, it pulled up a lot of that warm water, so the water temperature has cooled significantly across the area. But look where it warmed up considerably, and that's back in the Western Gulf. So this doesn't ever last long term. So two things here kind of fascinating. All this, barrel action we had, and a lot of strong high pressure winds upwelling cooler waters in the Western Gulf is now flipped a switch, and it's back to kind of warm again. And your overall anomaly map is really up here, and you can see the 7-day anomaly map shows blue, but the whole Western Gulf still a little bit above normal. So it's tricky when you see those 7-day anomaly maps. It's not really overall 30-year averages. It's just the 7-day temperature change. So it is always interesting to track, like the Western Gulf, and where those water temperatures have flip-flopped around a little bit. So anyway, they're back warm again. We haven't looked at Brian McNulty's site here. Let's see what his OHC maps are showing. OHC map shows ocean heat content a little bit. So let's look at the western. So here's the Gulf. These are water temperatures, ocean heat. Ocean heat content's different. Ocean heat content's measuring below the surface as much as sea surface temperatures. This is your 10-year average. This is 13 to 23. This is where we're at. So yeah, it's hot. The Gulf's hot. Almost the hottest it's been, almost. There for a while, we were riding right on that 10-year average, and then in the last week and a half here, we really jumped up on the ocean heat content for the heat. The Western Caribbean here, it's still hovering above last year's numbers, way above actually the peak 10-year temperature for end of September, October, it's already above that. So there you go, Western Caribbean waters. So a lot of this is why the forecasts are so high. So anyway, there's a lot of pieces to the puzzle, more than just water temperature. And that's, So there you go. It's a little tired right now, or little lull. We'll get Debbie done. Then we'll, Dr. Head, every time I says Euro, you want to get a sandwich. Adam, we can start looking at. What's up, Brian Burney? How's it going? Well, yeah, heck yeah, we'll look at steering patterns. Slow down a little bit. Hard to know golf, anything at this point. I mean, we'll look at steering patterns. There's definitely some fronts coming down. A little high pressure placement, we thought was going to keep Debbie out to sea, but it built back in fast. So I'm very cautious looking at long range steering because, like I said, Debbie was supposed to recurve off the Atlantic East Coast, and it didn't. It obviously pushed a little bit more into the Gulf area and brought the dirty side to Florida. Very, very dirty side. So many people I was talking to here locally in the state just couldn't believe, some of the effects we had here, with the flooding and the tornado warnings and power outages, and we've had tropical storms in the past that have nothing, and then we have something like this come along and just create havoc for days and days and days and days, and closing bridges and roads and floods and water rescues, and Pinellas County with tons of water rescues, both from surge and inland flooding, something we haven't seen in a long time. So yeah, I'm not burned out, Joe. No. I hope you got to watch some of the coverage we did chasing. We stream live on Facebook, X, and YouTube. Weather Yoda. Hey, Linda Carpenter, thank you very much. I know where Putnam County's at. Man, you were, did you get a lot of that rain, Linda, in northern Florida? So we don't know, Brian Bowles, how many major hurricanes we're going to get. You just never know. Colorado State predicting 5 major hurricanes to come, but we don't know where they're going to go for sure. Brian, did you guys set up in Savannah there with moorings? What's up there, Judith? Martha, good morning. Lacey, yeah, we were just live. Weather Yoda. I will be at the Daytona race as long as there's no storms coming. I don't like the timing of this one. I always had a bad feeling Daytona moving their race from July to August would be a bad move for them. But a lot of dams, yeah. I haven't been able to keep up with all. There's been a lot of water breaches in the Carolinas. So many rainfall records. Charlotte getting tons of rain now. Just crazy, All right, we're going to answer some questions here a little bit. So yeah, as we dry up here in Florida, school is starting next week. Hard to believe, right? Time flies, man. We're already in August. I can't believe it. Oh, man. Well, any locals, don't forget here, real quick, don't forget my good buddies at Direct Remodels. They're our official window company. 200-mile-an-hour window hurricane impact specialists here. Had a bunch of MWPs. Check them out. They offer all y'all 40% off hurricane windows right here in the great little area I call home here in the middle part of the state. I guess we're considered the I-4 corridor. Had a couple people tag me this week with my good buddies from Furman. They picked up their Furmans. Luckily for Carolinas, they went to their local Lowe's. Lowe's is huge in the Carolinas. huge in the Carolinas. They flown me up there a few times doing some stuff, and love all the folks at Lowe's there. But that's Furman country now because of Lowe's. So Carolinas, unfortunately, let's see what kind of power outages you got. We still got spots in Florida, man. It's still, unfortunately, but it's coming back. It's just a couple smaller counties now. Ohio had a really bad storm come through on top of this one. Still 268,000 in Ohio. Carolina 128, Virginia 9. So really, North Carolina is the rough one right now. Over 100,000 without power in North Carolina. I think what did I say, 128. So 128,000 without power in North Carolina. So they're definitely getting the brunt of it right now. Florida's doing a lot better. Man, I heard thousands of, it's just incredible hearing how many linemen are lined up and ready to go. I think I read DeSantis said something about in the thousands, like thousands of linemen lined up. So Jefferson County's the largest county out still, but they got a lot of it back. You got to hand it to them, man. That's only a couple days ago. Today's Thursday. We were over quarter million without power, and it's only down to 6 right now, or 8. Oh, 6. So, good job, lineman. You do awesome. Flip flops, nothing, Sherry Brown. I still got the same old pair. They might make it through the season. I had a wire time one more time. Link for what? Current what? Flood conditions, Rob? Yeah, well, is that flooding you want to ask about? I got the river floods, yes. If you want to know about rivers right here, this is a really awesome page for river forecasts and flooding currently. As far as, impacts, you can click on this big map right here, and this one goes to National Weather Service. If you want to click on an actual area, you can click on right there, and all the local advisories are going to pop up. It's tough to read. Another little trick you can do too is go to Google Radar here, and you can click on let's see, you can hear flood, which is, here's your track. That's pretty cool. Look at that. It's still got a track of Debby on there. I didn't even notice that. Look at that. Look at old Debby down here getting all weirded out, going south and then back again. That'd be kind of an interesting graphic to post. I should post that one. That's really, in a nutshell, Debby kind of stalling out over Savannah, going south, coming back north again. But here's all the floods. So you can click floods, and you can turn off the layers if you don't want to see radar. It makes it a lot clearer. And you can turn off tropical if you don't want to see all that. You can turn off that if you just want to see that. So it's another good map. This is flood. These are current floods. You click on each one and actually get an advisory. Hit the box and you get really good information. So that might be your best bet, actually. I like this map here because you could turn off, just stick to flooding. Red is flash flood warnings. There's a lot of those going on. Tremendous amount of flash flood warnings going on in Carolinas, even into Charlotte right now. That's a lot of flash flood warnings. And like I said, unfortunately, it looks like going up, when our system curves back up, we're going to have a lot of areas in the mountains to be watching really, 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 really close. Some of those rain maps are showing, 6 to 8. And these little orange pockets here could be double digits plus to come. So yeah, I'd be really concerned about the little valleys overnight tonight. Especially overnight. Overnight. It's not good to have overnight flooding. So I would really be aware if you're in an area that could get a valley flood tonight across West Virginia there in the mountains. Because we're seeing those little pockets here still possible, man, with some rain training. But yeah, what else we could talk about? Anything else? Just kind of Smithsonian. I do need to back up though. If I didn't have a wire tie and a zip tie, I would have been in big trouble. So I was able to fix my blown out flip flop. West Virginia, Eastern West Virginia, Tony. Yeah, well, I just say West Virginia, the state West Virginia. Really, anybody in the mountains. Look at this thing, still, man, it's still getting bursts of convection right over the Charlotte area. This satellite goes out a lot. I wish it wouldn't. Let's go to Weather Nerds. I don't know why the official NOAA satellite's always got holes in it, but here is check out the latest. This little pop of convection right here. Really, let's put it in motion here. Wow. That's crazy, isn't it? That's still got some spinach to it, man. That has really got some incredible signature still. Days away. Brian McNulty's got a cool site. I've had this question a lot. If you want to see the long range track of this thing, go to past radar loops right here. And I don't know how long this one is. This is going to be 5 day long. This is going to be humongous. But this actually has all the warnings that popped up. Marine warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings, flood warnings, and tornado warnings. And this is the whole 5 days up till, I think, now. Unfortunately, this radar doesn't show North Carolina, so I'm trying to find a long-range one for the Mid-Atlantic Carolinas. But it still puts it in perspective, man. These rain trains down in Sarasota, how that just pumped right in from the Gulf, man. It didn't even move as our system kind of slowed down. Tornado warnings popping in here now. A couple days ago now, popping in on the South Carolina, Georgia line. I'm going to see if we can find a way to get this now to include North Carolina more. But here's when the storm stopped. You can see how it kind of went south a little bit, opened up a little bit, but then we got over that warm Gulf Stream, then it tightened up a little bit overnight last night and really kept doing its thing. I mean, we had storms coming through Florida late last night into this morning, still from the bands. I mean, that's crazy. New York, you're just going to get a lot of rain. I'd be really, paying attention close tomorrow. There's going to be a floods. Unfortunately, your flood map here is for Friday morning to Saturday morning. A lot of rain falling really fast. We got an approaching frontal line that's going to merge with Debby. Current look here. So we got this low right over Ohio. Ohio, again, 200,000 people without power. Do you see that, Greg? This is going to pull up Debby, and this whole basic area is going to, merge and create a lot more flooding chances into Saturday morning. So big rain. Storm Prediction Center, I don't think showing anything. Maybe tomorrow. This is a little bit of storms tomorrow. Look at that. More on the afternoons. So we're still gonna have some sort of a spin, So the track of Debby is actually to the west of this, but we definitely could see some sort of pop in here. On the Atlantic side. So pay attention to that. We might see yellow. Could be continuing risk of tornadoes in the advance of the remnant low from Debby. That's tomorrow. So they even mentioned risk of tornadoes possibly tomorrow. in our 48-hour run here of the HRR. Kind of shows that line. So here's these heavy rains overnight tonight for Virginia, West Virginia. And Pennsylvania by tomorrow morning. But then these storms really start to get maybe developing into the afternoon time tomorrow. And you can see a pretty decent little line of storms tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. So they're saying we could see some sneaky stuff, a little daytime heating, a little dry air mixing on the backside here. So yeah, that could be a little story. The last hurrah of Debby. Right there. You can almost see the little low right here still, right over Pennsylvania. This is tomorrow afternoon. And going through New York there, this is tomorrow evening. But could be some sneaky little storms there in this red, yellow area, obviously. Debbie's last mark here in Northeast tomorrow. And finally, it kind of shoves out of here. Here's Saturday morning. So look at that. Should be out of here by the weekend for everybody. Rain maps for the weekend. I think now Saturday you're going to be a whole lot better off. Here's rainfall tomorrow. There's that heavy rain tomorrow, Friday morning to Saturday morning. Here is Sunday, or Saturday, excuse me, Saturday. Maybe some lingering tails for Carolina still, maybe. This thing will be way up here, but we might, like Florida saw, we could see some hanging on a little bit maybe, but very isolated. But there's your rain chances Saturday, nonetheless. And then Sunday kind of hits things around. That's more the front lingering. Look at this. So coastal rains maybe, unfortunately. There's... let's do, look at that. Here's Saturday. So there's that front. There's Debbie way up here gone, but that front's actually going to hang out. That's a pretty deep front. So anyway, rain's more from that frontal line across the eastern seaboard on a Saturday and Sunday. But you know what? Let's see what the heck the temperature is going to do now. Does that mean we got cool weather? Cool, dry weather? Maybe? Let's look at what we could see here. So like Saturday, what do we got? Let's look at the front actually does anything. Here's Saturday. Maybe some low 70s across the southeast in the morning. Highs are still hot. So no. Maybe just a dew point. Let's look at humidity here. Maybe more just less moisture in here. How about that? Dew point anomaly. Here we go. See? So dew point anomaly. Anything blue, green is below normal, meaning drier. So definitely this weekend, this whole south region and blues and greens are going to feel cooler. It might be hot, but at least it won't be too bad. A little bit of dry pockets here. 30-40% humidity. So yeah, man, it might be pretty darn nice here. A little bit of frontal line hanging out here though. So, but don't be surprised this weekend if you actually feel cooler, if that's even possible. Even up on the upper Gulf Coast, I would think Sunday morning especially, you might feel a little cooler than normal, which would be a little shocking, right? Let's see. Precipitable water. Let's look at humidity, dew point anomaly. I don't know. We could look at, humidity. Wow, look at that. Sunday morning, look at that. 30% humidity for the upper Gulf Coast. So yes, look at that, man. Saturday too. Holy cow. 30-40% humidity in the Brown. A little bit into Florida. But upper Gulf, man, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama there. Look at that. Eastern Texas. Look at that. It's going to be kind of feel cool. Do we have a wind chill temperature? I don't know. Does that... I think that does heat index. So, yeah, you know, it'll be low 70s. But it'll feel different. I'm telling you. A dry... When you're so used to humidity in the South, and you get dry air pop out of nowhere, it's a big change. Just because your body's like, what? Saturday morning, dew point anomalies. Look at that. Sunday's going to feel really dry and cool. So a rare August cold front. Enjoy. Oh, anyway. So that's it. We'll keep an eye on everything. All right. So we covered it pretty good, I think. New blob coverage. Denise is going to be near the Caribbean on the 12th. Where it goes from there, we'll wait and see. But it's got that look of a north-northwest motion, you know, eventual curve possibly coming. Don't know when or where. Too far away to know that. So that's the way it goes. Lacey, it takes about a week. I found the water temperatures to cool back. It's the ocean heat content that's hot. That's what eventually comes back up to the surface. So ocean heat content comes up and cools. You know, that cool water is now gone. So temporary. It's cool to see, but the real fuel for system is that OHC that's underneath that cooler water at the top, because that hotter water in the bottom eventually makes its way up. So, but it is cool to see. Cool to see. No pun intended. Cooler in Myrtle Beach already. Yeah, it is a cold front. It's so weird. I like that humidity anomaly, Mirtha. I've never used that one before. Crystal, yeah, St. Augustine, lot of storms. What else we look at? Oh, somebody's singing West Virginia, Take Me Home. That's become a very popular bar song, by the way. West Virginia, Mountain Mata. Well, anyway, we'll be live tomorrow. And keep an eye on Tropics. Still got a lot of heavy rain to watch out for, possible storms. When's our tornado watch expire? This one expires. This will continue through the morning. This is until 10:30. The actual tornado watch expires at 10 p.m. Huh. Well, there you go. Almost 12 more hours of tornado watch. And that's because of these feeder bands coming in off of the Atlantic. And this extends up to Virginia. So tornado watch till 1 p.m. That makes more sense. It's 1 p.m. I was thinking, why is it so late? Now, they might have another one pop up. I've never seen one extend that long. But anyway, it's 1 p.m. I saw too many zeros. It's 1 p.m. It looks like 10 p.m. It's 1 p.m. I was like, what? 12 more hours? That doesn't make sense. Anyway, till 1 p.m. And then we'll see where the feeder bands are lined up. But still, that's another, 3-4 hours now. So, all right. So that's going on. Again, they talk about tomorrow possibly seeing maybe yellow introduced here for the Northeast. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Extreme heat, obviously, in the South. And that's it. All right. There you go. We will see you tomorrow. We'll go over everything. as we always do. I'll be doing a quickie little little reel here in a little bit. Maybe wait till the afternoon data comes in, 12Z stuff. So there you go. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll keep it on the Brew Crew chat here for a little bit. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.